Okay. Alright. Making sure everything's all set up real quick. Okay then. Is the audio's good, right? Should be. It's been good the last time. Okay. Alright. Last time in this thing, Sayaka died, much to everyone's surprise. I bet you guys are like, oh my god, the blue hair girl's dead. So, now, the moment we've all been waiting for, we're about to do her class trial. It's gonna be really fun. I've been waiting for this. I love the class trials. They're always exciting. We already spoke to everybody. Celeste was like, found in your room. Toko's like, oh my god. Leon, same. Byakuya, same. But alright, let's go. I guess I have no choice but to get on this elevator.
Well then.
Let us begin.
Yes, indeed.
Good idea.
Hey.
Are you scared? No, scared isn't quite right.
Makoto.
I said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mystery surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. She's so badass. I need to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. I didn't need someone else to tell me to do that. In Sayaka's honor, I swear I'll find out who the real killer is. As I raised my voice to try and give myself courage, I turned, trembling with anticipation, toward the elevator. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else is already on the elevator when I finally stepped on. The doors closed and the elevator started to move. The steel box descended with heavy, clunking sounds toward the school's basement. I wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels when his time finally comes.
Oh!
Rather than that, is it not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment? Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school, deeper and deeper into hell. You finally arrived.
Ta-da!
What do you think? Doesn't it feel like a real courtroom? It's like a Hollywood movie set, right?
Shit.
Not even close, it's total shit.
Well now.
Okay, everyone find your assigned seats and sit down.
Yahoo!
Hurry up now, hurry up! We did what he said and found our seats. The seats were arranged in a giant circle. It was set up so that everyone could see everyone else, which also meant it'd be easy for anyone to transfer their tension and unease onto anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. And so, the curtain on our first case opened. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Want to save? I already did, so no. Alright, let's set our skills. Envious influence. Increase the influence gauge by 5%. Yeah. Say what I got. Alright. Can Makoto sweep away the cloud of suspicion surrounding him, even with a dead body laying in his bathroom? We're gonna find out. All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course.
Of course, that's how
Okay,
things
then.
work.
Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Me.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
It was actually Urza. Why am I kidding? I'm joking. It was Urza. Urza did it.
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier.
Friendship penetrates?
Indeed. Penetrates everything.
Okay, but what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started. First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
Urza, your money's still on, the killer being Toko? It's about to begin. The debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I had to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more for the people watching? Of course. As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried within their statements. What this means is that you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the left stick to aim, then fire with the triangle button. Pay close attention to each character's statements and use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the options button during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono!
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Huh? There's something odd about that last statement. It definitely contradicts what I already know. For this first debate, we'd like to take a quick sidebar. If you're unable to spot and refute someone's lies or contradictions, the argument will repeat. Within a group of statements, some words appear in a different color. Did you happen to notice? That represents a potential hole in a person's statement, a possible weak spot. These weak spots reveal important, though not always inaccurate, sections of a person's statement. Your truth bullets are only effective against these weak spots. So when you see one coming up, take aim and fire, but only if you're sure it's actually wrong. Also, you can fast forward an argument by holding down the circle button. Well then, good luck and have fun.
I assert that the one who was murdered...
Yeah, and the murder took
In the bathroom, so it seemed the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
No, that's wrong!
There's the famous phrase, no, that's wrong.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom?
She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
Indeed.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Indeed.
Sorry.
It's okay, babe.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
Right. We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
No, that's wrong. No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
It's not mine.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach.
I use scissors to stab people. Y'all know this.
And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
Cool. Yo, Urza. Alright, real quick, Urza, if you want to try texting in the chat box, try it again, because I just sent a reply and it went through. I don't know why it's not doing that. I can't control that shit. YouTube, first time thing. So, like, try to comment in the comment section of the chat again, see what happens. Let me know if it still works or not.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
She's right, there's gotta be a breakthrough somewhere just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Wanna hear it? Absolutely. You can concentrate by holding down the R1 button. While you're concentrating, time will slow down, so you can pay closer attention to what everyone's saying. On top of that, it'll steady your aim, making it easier to target potential weak spots. Concentrating like this consumes the focus gauge, and if this gauge empties, you can't concentrate. But the focus gauge will recover over time, so let your brain take a rest. No need to rush. Well then, good luck and have fun!
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret, when nobody was in the dining hall. And then he went and stabbed Sayaka with it.
So he really did do it?
Yes, and it's been decided. We've reached the end.
No, we didn't. I didn't take a kitchen knife, but no matter how many times I repeat myself, you won't believe me. Alright, now it's working. Perfect. That's good. Awesome. If only there were proof.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the... But where does that...
Makoto must have taken it. He did it in secret.
No, that's wrong. Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Well, I went to get some tea Well, I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah?
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Come on, girl, you're not helping my boy out.
No, he definitely wasn't there.
There you go.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time.
Toko's trying too hard. Toko's a mess.
In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together, and lying to protect each other?
Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
I'd like to ask the bear. I love that phrase. It's like me and my friends. I just call my friends boy and then girl.
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together, and they just didn't know about the rule?
Good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case! Oops! Did I say that out loud?
Yes, you did. Thanks, boss.
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
Thanks, girl.
That's right! Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Yeah. Urza's proud of you, Naegi.
Me.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis. You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations? We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room, so I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome!
Oh, that's hentai.
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
You better be.
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true! One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because... they're not here anymore.
Someone who's not here? Are you talking about...
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Sayaka? Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was Monokuma, Sayaka, Hina, Sayaka.
I got it! Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself!
Indeed.
I'm sure I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
What?
See? He did do it after all!
No, you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction?
Clever shrew. Let's not kid ourselves.
You possess a most terrifying talent.
Damn, if I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say?
Thanks, babe.
Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Your first Hangman's Gambit is about to begin. Want to hear more? For the kids, yes. As things advance further into a class trial, the Hangman Gambit will eventually take place. The point of this is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in question. You'll have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around, and the letters already known. Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order. Use the left stick to aim, and press triangle to shoot the desired letters. If you shoot down the wrong letters, you'll suffer damage to your influence gauge. If this gauge reaches 0 or run out of time, you fail. Well then, good luck. Have fun. Something that should have been at the scene of the crime, but wasn't. That must be the crucial point. If we can just figure out what that something is. Aw. Get that out of my face. No. Damn it. Alright. Oh shit. Alright.
Now I understand! That's right! There wasn't a single hair on the floor!
I didn't realize that because when Kyoko was looking, I was acting like a small child. Like, what are you doing, Kyoko? Ugh. I'm too pure for my own good.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes, and if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
And Makoto don't look like he gonna touch something like that.
Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then, Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Correct.
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
In her stomach.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
The killer struggled getting into the bathroom, and the evidence that proved this was...
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
My doorknob.
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
Oh, you're so cute, Chihiro.
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
Thanks, babe.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room?
Of course not. Heavens, perish the thought.
But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then.
Them legs.
Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Kyoka said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice it at first, but is that the key point here? There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? For the kids. Stop. Yo, Kyoka got them skirt, like the skirt though, Urza, you gotta understand. From here on out, the number of weak spots will start going up. But no matter how many weak spots, no matter how many weak spots, there's essentially only one lie or contradiction in that debate. What I'm trying to say is, not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. Use a truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they said, but you'll also lower your trust in everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. Now, this is important because if your influence gauge reaches 0, you fail. You'll have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or contradictions. Well then, good luck and have fun. And as you see, Urza, this is why I was like, you gotta pay attention to the dialogue.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door, because Sayaka had locked it.
And finally, the culprit had Sayaka cornered.
And to finish the job, they stabbed her with the kitchen knife.
It was you, wasn't it, Makoto? Admit it! We already know the answer.
It's obvious that my bathroom door wouldn't open. But the real reason for that is...
The incident took place. Sayaka was first, she then fled into the...
Then the killer ran, and they got into the bath. At that point,
The killer had to try, because Sayaka had locked it.
No, that's wrong.
My door doesn't lock.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door...
I know, right?
That's not lucky at all!
I love how Monokuma looks sitting like that. Oh my god.
So the reason the door
So
didn't
cute.
open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
One important detail. Something the killer didn't know. For some reason, they were convinced the door was locked. Which means the detail the killer didn't know was the crime took place in Sayaka's room, the crime took place in my room.
I got it! The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's Inconceivable!
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Right?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through!
Nani the fuck?
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
Ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
He sounds so disappointed. He's like, I wish it was you.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up! Quit without saving!
Never do that.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well then, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules!
No.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
It's terrible.
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
For serious, man.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
What is it?
Oh, you...
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
Why are you talking?
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Ms. Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place. Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
The reason there's no way Sayaka invited her killer into the room, I already have the answer. Yeah.
I got it! Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching? After all, I'm psychic.
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Oh.
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows.
I'm gonna try that.
When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes.
Indeed. You know her for 3 days.
Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh?
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't. But...
Of course you didn't. Because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Then, that note. Sayaka wrote it?
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
Can we take a moment to appreciate how Kyoko's like on top of all this?
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Yes, what?
Would you like to hear what I have to say?
Yes, indeed.
Very well then. Pay attention. Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
It certainly would seem that way.
Does it now? The reason the killer went to my room and not Sayaka's, despite what the note said, it must be because...
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms. Kyoko ain't no fool. Like, she was looking at hair while Naegi's like, what you doing? Come on now, she on top of all this.
But in the note, it's specifically... I see. So if someone read, then they would have gone exactly.
The room that Makoto...
No, that's wrong! The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got... switched?
Nani?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right.
Okay, then who did it?
There's only one person who could have switched the nameplates. The killer, me, Sayaka.
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why?
To understand that...
My fault. Why would you do that? I didn't mean to press up. I pressed X by accident. Sorry.
We first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken with the fake sword is because... I think it was... I'm trying to remember. Sayaka's right wrist had been fractured and her wrist had the shit on it, right? Yeah.
I got it!
It's
all
hard
you
to
have
remember
to
all
do
this
is take a good
information.
look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you.
Interesting.
And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword! Right there on her wrist!
That's right.
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
Alright, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
What happened in my room? And what led Sayaka to what led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear. There's a bit more to learn. Alright. Are you getting used to these non-stop debates? Starting with the next debate, I'll start loading multiple truth bullets into your truth cylinder. But just like with the weak spots, only one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you'll have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak spots to refute each statement. If you come up with the wrong combination, you'll take damage. Press L1 to rotate the cylinder and choose which bullet to fire. Press and release L1 to cycle through each bullet. Or you can hold down the L1 and use the left stick to select the specific bullets. By the way, if the logic difficulty is set to kind, fewer bullets will be loaded. For our purpose, the logic difficulty will be set to mean. Well then, good luck and have fun.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. The sword-based sneak attack!
And that's what broke Miss Maizono's wrist!
So, she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
Thanks, man. The sword was used first, and then the knife came afterwards. Is that really the order of events? That leads to some unexplainable details.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. The sword-based sneak attack!
No, that's wrong! Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Huh? Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead! Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
Some of us are slow, man.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
First blood?
I think I get it! So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself, but then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
The part of the body that shows that she never used the sword. Should be her palms, because the shit would be stuck to her, like,
I got it!
whatchamacallit, hand.
You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
Where did that come from?
No, that's not it at all.
There's no way Sayaka washed the gold off for her hands because water can't move it, she afraid of water. The water's off at nighttime.
I got it! According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m.
That hostility on Toko was like so real. She's like, you think I'm ugly? Where did that come from? Yeah, Toko be going a little too... Toko, she does this a lot.
In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower yet.
Oh.
Oh, my.
Literally what I just said, oh.
You're no different. You smell like a big, fat, ugly donkey.
Parfaits are the most delicious thing on the whole damn planet.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
It's so sad.
An insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
The one who damaged the sheath had to be...
I got it! Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
Yes.
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
What?
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
Yep, the devil.
that would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
She was trying to frame Naegi all along.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky?
Indeed.
For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Damn.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn.
Tables flipped.
That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true! Because
what?
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument! You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it!
Who done it?
Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to finding out who killed her, but what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Very well. Then let's review all the clues we've found up to this point one more time.
Do we really have time for all that?
Die! If we don't do something, we're all gonna die!
Breathe, Togo. Wait, no, hold on. That's right, there is a clue left that can lead us to who killed her. Sayaka left it behind.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
no, that's wrong. There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
There's no question that Sayaka wrote that message. I can prove it. Her finger.
I got it! Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Oh, It looks like...
Huh? What?
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1-1, but looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa, you might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
But even if that really is an N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
Damn it, it's no use. I just don't know.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Huh? Rotate it? I think maybe I see something.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Any thoughts on who you think it is, Urza? She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it.
So, whose name did she write?
Sayaka's dying message reveals the killer's name. 11037. If the 1-1 is an N, rotate the image 180 degrees, and the killer we have is... Leon.
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence. It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped.
This doesn't need me to talk of.
Try it for yourself if you want.
I love how you keep coming at her.
And the letters will be inverted.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
The evidence Leon tried to get rid of. I know what it was.
I got it! You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so.
The burnt remains. Let's put that again. The burnt remains of the button-up shirt, which the killer wasn't able to get rid of. Your name is literally written on the wall, dude. Yo, he's trying to fight. I think it was how?
I got it! If you look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You'd need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
No, that's wrong. There was another way to use the incinerator without being the one on cleaning duty. And that's exactly what proves that Leon is the real killer.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to destroy the evidence. Which means the only possible suspect is whoever had the trash room key.
Okay, so the person who would have had the trash room key was... Huh? Me? No!
Is it really impossible to have destroyed the evidence without the trash room key? No, I'm sure there was another way.
The key to the trash room,
Whoever was on clip.
So the only one...
and you'd have to get close to the
No, that's wrong. Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
I spent $1 million on it.
But how would you use it?
The killer had to use the ball in a certain way, which was, he threw that shit.
I got it! The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
Huh? Someone turned the incinerator on. Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy.
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they got the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
That's right! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
It wouldn't have been much of a challenge at all for the killer because ultimate fanfic creator, ultimate baseball star, ultimate clairvoyant.
I got it! Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer! These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
You still won't admit it? Okay then. Makoto, go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me!
What the hell do you mean, end this? Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered, and the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.
The closing argument is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Okay, Urza, these are cool. I like these. Every case has one last element to bring the class trial to an end. This is the closing argument. In this phase, you'll give a complete summary of the case. You'll have to reproduce the flow of events for the case to form, in the form of a comic book. However, you'll notice that in the comic there are a number of pieces missing. It's up to you to complete the comic using the provided truth panels. Also, if you take aim at a missing section and press the X button, holy cow, you'll get a hint that might lead to a breakthrough. Well then, good luck and have fun. Closing argument. Alright. My room was the scene of the crime. The incident began when the killer entered. First, when Sayaka attacked the killer with a knife, they noticed something in my room. They used that object to deflect Sayaka's attack, which is why that evidence was damaged. After the killer countered Sayaka's attack with an attack of their own, what did they do next? Pretty sure it's this one. They forced the bathroom door open. The only logical way they could have done that was... After she was stabbed, Sayaka used the last of her strength to leave something behind. The killer used an item in my room to help dispose of evidence. The object the killer threw to activate the incinerator must have been... What the killer threw in the incinerator was... What is this? Oh. The piece of evidence left behind. Everything looks hunky-dory.
Here's exactly what happened. I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning. Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room.
You see, Urza, this is exactly why I don't like Sayaka. She gonna have the nerve to be all sweet to my boy, and because of a little paranoia, she has the audacity to try and frame him.
From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them.
I mean, at least she left some evidence to who the killer was, but still, she had to frame my boy.
She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier. But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist. And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife. Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing. So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife, and stabbed Sayaka. But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone.
Or just like, I saw this in the ancient scriptures.
With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there. Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there, but the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hiro's crystal ball, which he left in the laundry room. The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw, but the killer had the confidence to take a shot, and that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life. Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence. Isn't that right, Leon? It would appear that Hiro simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object! I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories! You need evidence! Where's the evidence? Without evidence, it's all bullshit! It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it!
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
I have the evidence? Your first bullet time battle is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely, boss. Sometimes during a class trial, your opponent simply won't want to hear what you have to say. When this happens, you'll engage them in a head-to-head battle. We like to refer to this as the bullet time battle, aka the BTB, BTW. During the BTB, you have to destroy your opponent's statements in time with the rhythm. Match your button presses with each tempo marker as they move across the screen and reach the center. Press the X button to lock on to an opponent's statement. Destroy the statement you've locked onto with the triangle button as the tempo marker reaches the center. Use this method to deal damage to your opponent. If you can't pull it off, you'll be the one in pain. Do this consecutively and you'll start a combo. Keep this going and you'll initiate a tempo up. On the flip side, if you keep missing, you'll get a tempo down situation. When the tempo changes, so does the timing for hitting each button. So watch out for that. Each deal enough damage to your opponent and the weak spot and the weak statement will appear. At that point, you can press the triangle button to shoot it down with the truth bullet, like any other statements. Refute the statement fast enough and you'll come out victorious. But just like before, if your influence gauge reaches 0, you run out of time, or you run out of time, you fail. Well then, good luck and have fun!
When the killer broke the bathroom doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it. So what did the killer use?
What did the killer use to take apart the doorknob?
I refuse to acknowledge you! You're stupid! Stupid, stupid, stupid! Stupid, 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 stupid!
I have to show indisputable evidence that Leon is the killer. I need to figure it out, excuse me. Alright.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid! You lie! Shut up! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! You lie! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid! You lie!
Oh crap, I'm missing.
Shut up! Where's your proof?
Oh no. No!
You kidding me? Not a chance! You lie! Where's your proof?
This should prove it.
The screws on the bathroom doorknob were removed. I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them.
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
And that must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Huh? And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid. Stupid.
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
Yeah. Give him coins.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes? You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right? Okay, then let's get excited! Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Uh-oh. Looks like you got it. Looks like you got it right on the money. The Blackened in this case, the one that killed Sayaka, was none other than Leon Kawada.
Huh? Hey, hold on.
Hold on a second. Leon, did you really kill Sayaka?
But...
I don't believe it.
You son of a bitch!
Son of a bitch. What the hell is wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
It was kill or be killed.
So that's why
I killed her first.
None of you are any different!
None of you are any different. One wrong step and you'd be the one standing here. It was complete chance that I wound up like this.
I was just unlucky. That's all. Hey, come on!
Hey, come on. You expect me to just accept my death? Everything's become clear. The decision we made was right after all. But when I think about that, honestly, I'd be better off. I'd be better off if we'd been wrong. Because if what we came up with really is the truth, then that truth is that Sayaka was trying to frame me. But even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind, it's all because of that video. Even I couldn't handle what I saw in there. If I was her, and that video actually had something to do with me, I can't even imagine. Now we're trapped here, with no way out. They're probably waiting for me.
Why?
I can't afford to be stuck here. The one thing that was more important to her than anything else, her dreams, her friends, to see something like that happen to them, and Sayaka. I did whatever it took to reach that dream. I mean, even some things that weren't so pleasant. And that's why Sayaka, for the friends that meant so much to her, that's why she betrayed me. So, when she said,
"No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side."
She was lying to me from the very beginning. She was using me. The devil. She's the devil. Is that why she talked to me in the first place? You was easy prey. I guess I'll never know. Because there's nothing I can do to ask her what she was thinking. Once you're dead, that's it. Boy howdy, this entertainment industry must sure be terrifying, huh? I mean, to try and kill someone just because of those relationships?
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
She seems so nice and loving on the outside, but inside, she descended into pure madness. What did you say?
Phew!
I understand, I really do. Yep. You're in utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right? Compassion, intimacy, love, the stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse. She evil. Pure evil, my dude. We don't trust the demons. Stop screwing with us. This is all your fault. Sayaka being forced to do something like that. I never loved you, Sayaka. I never loved you. And I still hate you to this very day. Maybe one day she'll get some love from me. That's a lie. All of it. Everything. It's all your fault, you bastard. Suddenly, in a frenzy, I lunged at Monokuma. But...
That's enough.
That's enough. As angry as I was, Kyoko latched onto my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough I was sure it would leave a bruise.
Calm down.
If you really want to make her enemies pay for what they've done, you need to let it go for now. Damn it.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Ah, that was a close one. I thought for sure you were gonna give me a good walloping. Just barely avoided punishment, you did.
Yes, indeed.
Now then, since you so magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the class trial, the Blackened, Leon Kawada, will receive his punishment.
Punishment? You mean execution? Wait a second!
I didn't have a choice. I had to kill her.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. I was just protecting myself in the heat of the moment. It was self-defense.
Is that okay?
How exactly was it self-defense? When you forced your way into the bathroom, did you or did you not use your very own toolkit? After she shut herself in the bathroom, you went out of your way to head back to your own room. Then you came all the way back, broke into the bathroom, and killed her. Am I wrong?
Do you understand?
You had any number of chances to stop what you were doing, but you chose not to. Is it not because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder?
So, that's
No,
why...
that's not... Stop it. I've had enough of this. Oh, are you sure? You were closer to her than anyone, were you not? He killed your precious Sayaka. Do you understand? I can't say Leon is solely to blame. Of course, I don't plan on blaming Sayaka either. Because the one to blame is him.
Huh?
Say what? If it weren't for you, this never would have happened to Sayaka or Leon. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting against the one who put us in the situation, the mastermind.
Unbelievable.
Uh-oh, did you awaken to your sense of justice?
Hey,
Well, it just so happens that there's nothing more unethical than an unwavering sense of justice. After all, it's people with that sort of mentality that perpetrate war all over the world. Is that the kind of justice that's awakened within you? Just shut up. Okay, well, anyway, more importantly...
Thrills, chills, kills!
Let's hurry up and get to what everyone's been waiting for, the punishment.
I'm begging you! Please, don't do this!
Hey, come on now!
No more begging, no more excuses. You must pay the penalty for breaking the rules. Society demands it.
Stop, please!
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment!
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment for Leon Kawada, the ultimate baseball star.
No, 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 no!
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
No!
The first death. Well, execution, I should say. What we saw, that was the true face of despair. I mean, if we can't call it that, what else could we call it?
Extreme!
Woo, extreme, boy! Man, my adrenaline is pumping right out of control. What's going on?
I can't take it.
I can't take this anymore. Do we really have to keep doing this? I just can't take it.
Well?
Well, hey, if you don't like it, all you gotta do is swear to cut all ties with the outside world and accept living here forever. But that's only if every single one of you can get on board with that.
Damn you!
Man, fuck you. Why the fuck are you doing all of this evil shit to us?
What the heck?
Evil? You make it sound like I'm some dark, awful, secret society type of guy.
Say what?
Or in this case, a dark, awful, secret society type of bear.
Well...
So why are you putting an upstanding young citizen like me through such a grueling ordeal?
Hey,
It seems like you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. That's like trying to put a mile on a scale. I just don't think it's possible. Hey, I don't think what you're saying and what I'm saying quite fit together.
Shit.
You piece of shit. I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your ass into the ground. Boo-hoo. You must really hate me to get so angry, huh? But if you do that, you're barking way up the wrong tree. What happened because more than one of you decided you wanted to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't cut free of your regrets from the outside world. You're to blame. Of course we can't cut off the outside world. Being trapped in this insane place? You're trapped, are you? Well, I'm sure once you learn all the mysteries of this school, your thinking will change for sure. You'll think, boy, isn't it so wonderful how we all get to live here forever?
What does this mean?
What are you trying to say?
Hey.
I feel there's some deeper meaning hidden in there. Just like before.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Anyway, let's get to the Blackened's punishment. That's what everyone is waiting for after all.
Hey.
When you say everyone, who exactly are you referring to? Sorry, I said everything I've got to say. I need to save some of the fun for later. And just like that, he was gone. He left us there, overwhelmed by a nightmare turned reality. Even after he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. Actually, no. It wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We were all too scared. Scared of being alone. My baby. No one even tried to speak. Their faces were stone, their voices dead. But it was in that moment.
Just a second.
Makoto, could I talk to you for a second? She moved in close and whispered into my ear.
Makoto.
Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about. It's about Sayaka, isn't it? I'm surprised you figured it out.
Listen.
I told you before the class trial started. You had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself. You wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? Yeah, that's true. I saw execution music is great. I love it. You wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? The thought never even crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool, becoming such an easy target like that.
It's true.
Sayaka meant to double-cross you. That's a fact that you can never change. But even to the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why, as she lay dying, she was thinking of you. She was thinking of me? You can't just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you can know that. Only Sayaka would know for sure, and we can't ask her now.
However...
Even if you can't ask her, you can infer it, don't you think? Her final thought was how she could protect you. What?
So...
The fact that she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves it. If she didn't care about what happened to you, she never would have left that message. Well, maybe she just wanted to get back at the person who had killed her.
Certainly.
That's certainly one possibility. But I don't think that's what it was.
Anyway...
She was uncertain. She wasn't sure if she could kill someone or deceive you, which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure.
Right.
It's almost ironic when you think about it. Why are you telling me all of this? Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the deaths of your friends, Sayaka and Leon, and keep moving forward.
Correct.
Without someone like that, the others would never be able to break free of such a desperate situation. Move past their deaths? I can never do that. No. I'm going to carry them with me the rest of my life. How could I possibly move past something like that? Leon, Sayaka, I'll carry them with me forever. I'll carry their memories with me wherever I go. So instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard road. Well, I have high expectations for you. As she said that, she revealed the smallest smile.
Hey.
By the way, I had to admit, I'm curious. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka? Oh, well... I'm psychic.
What?
Huh? Kidding. I just have pretty good intuition. Despair bat. Yeah. That phrase will be what I hear before I die. Yo, listen, I know Sayaka said it a lot, but I ain't gonna lie, when Naegi said it, I was like, oof. And not in a bad oof, that was a good oof. It's gone. She really is gone. It's almost like there was never anything there to begin with. Every last sign of Sayaka's existence has disappeared without a trace. It's just like he said. After the class trial, before we took the elevator back up, Monokuma told us...
Uh-huh.
Oh, I almost forgot. Since the class trial is over, I'll go ahead and dispose of all the corpses.
What are you gonna do?
It's okay. No need to thank me. Just seeing your delighted smiling faces is thanks enough for me. After all, nobody wants to look at a rotting corpse every day. That can't be good for your health. I didn't even have time to mourn Sayaka and Junko's deaths. I'm sure that's exactly why he did it. It's a bad joke, a sickening dream, but I had to accept the reality of it all. I headed back to the dining hall to meet up with the others. Sorry I'm late.
So,
Hey, are you okay, Makoto?
Listen to me!
You sure took your sweet time. I was just about to go get you and drag you back here. Sorry. So what happened? Was your room fixed up like he said? I imagine it'd be pretty hard to sleep with a rotting corpse in your bathroom.
Hey, come on!
Jesus, that's fucked up, man. Why would you say something like that? My room was spotless. There wasn't anything left. Like the whole thing never happened.
I see.
It must be tough staying there, knowing what happened. Why don't you just stay in Sayaka's room? Well, staying there with her scent still hanging in the air, that would hurt just as much. Plus, I decided that I can't turn away from her death. Makoto. Hey, cheer up. Getting depressed isn't gonna help anything, right? If we all work together, I'm sure we'll find a way out of here.
You got it!
So everyone just try and cheer up and get back on track. Is that honestly supposed to make us feel better? Huh? We were already working together, and yet someone was still murdered. Anyone could betray us at this point. Now that has happened. Now that it's happened once, it's a question of when, not if, the next one will takes place. Yeah, because Sayaka made the first move.
Well...
But if we work together against the mastermind, nobody will have any reason to do something like that.
Stop talking.
Keep telling yourself that. I'll be over here in the real world. Working together, fighting a common enemy, like it or not, it's not that simple. What do you mean?
Are you okay with this?
The mastermind seems much more powerful than we ever suspected. They took over Hope's Peak, which was supposed to be well defended, then modified it to fit their desire. They created Monokuma, which seems to be incredibly advanced, and they're providing for our every need. And the cherry on top is the execution we witnessed.
Honestly.
Everything has been planned down to the last excruciating detail. This is not the work of your everyday psychopath. Defying them may be too great of a risk.
So then...
Then, what are we supposed to do? Anyone who truly does want to escape will just have to follow the rules. In which case, the only option is to deceive those around you and win the game.
No.
No.
What?
No what?
I can't take it.
I don't want to live if it means killing someone else to do it. I don't want to kill anyone else.
Huh?
Anyone else? What do you mean?
It's because...
Leon died because we all voted for him, right? It's no different from us killing him ourselves.
But...
So,
If we hadn't voted for him, then we all would have died instead, right? That isn't what you wanted, is it?
So it would seem.
She's right. If you heap that kind of blame on yourself, you're turned into a full-fledged masochist. Chihiro, listen. You're not to blame. Not you, not Leon, and not Sayaka. Maybe a little bit. The mastermind is responsible for everything that's happened. We had no choice but to vote. I can't even imagine what would have happened to us if we refused. And in the end, it was Monokuma who ultimately killed Leon. So don't waste your anger on yourself. Instead, direct it at the mastermind.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime.
This is the phrase I'm gonna hear every time before I go to bed.
Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited.
True.
Oh, and one other thing.
Sayaka gets 100% blame.
It was totally obvious before that you were trying to make yourselves feel better and justify what you did. See you, don't see you, see you? That's about how much I can see you, even when you try to hide.
Nani?
Now pay attention and remember this well. The burden of judging others is a heavy one to bear, so be well aware of your actions.
Get it? Bear? Because he's a bear? Lamau.
Order and stability rely on the sacrifice and responsibility of everyone. Okay then, sweet dreams everyone. Good night, sleep tight. Don't let the bedbugs bite.
What was that about just now? Was he saying it's all fault what happened? That's pretty cool, man.
Don't fuck with me.
That piece of shit. Who does he think he is? And so the day drew to a close. A tense, maddening day that saw the deaths of 3 classmates, Sayaka, Junko, and Leon. But this is just the beginning. Our despair has only just begun. I woke up the next day to Monokuma's normal morning announcement, then he called us all to the gym. What's he gonna do to us this time? We were practically frozen with fear, but Monokuma was determined to get us involved in his little game. And with that goal in mind, he began it.
Okay, lift your arms up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I love how Ishimaru was like, yes, let's do it, yoga.
Now reach way up and bend way down. Tighten those muscles. Let's add a little strength, a little speed to those young bodies of yours.
Doesn't this just feel great? Being stuck inside like this, you gotta make sure to stay healthy. You're the one keeping us stuck inside. Don't sweat the small stuff. That's my motto. Whoa, I sounded pretty cool just now, don't you think? Did you fall in love with me? Am I just to die for? Am I just to die in writhing agony for? So why did you call us all here? Certainly it wasn't just to make us exercise. Just to make you exercise? Just to make you exercise?
Hey!
If exercise makes you laugh, exercise will make you cry. Now, if you keep doing these exercises, you will uncover the secret of the assassin's fist. Passed down from generation to generation in the Empire of Darkness, the power can be yours. That sounds like the kind of junk a middle schooler would come up with. It doesn't matter, just get to the point. Did you really call us down here just to exercise?
Hey,
Of course not. You think I got that kind of free time on my hands? Okay, so then... I'd like to make an announcement. Every time you overcome a class trial here at Host Peak, a whole new world will open up to you.
What the heck?
A whole new world.
You guys?
It'd really suck if you'd had to live here forever with nothing new to stimulate you. Besides, I know how you kids get these days with your ADD and ADHD. I gotta keep you motivated.
Very nice.
So go ahead and look around all you want. Enjoy the brave new post-trial world till you explode. With that, Monokuma disappeared, leaving us even more confused the way he showed up. But a new world.
Could it be...
Is he talking about a way to get outside?
I wonder about that.
That seems unlikely.
Piece of shit!
Well, we don't know until we look.
Hey.
Whatever he meant, it seems we'll have to search the school one more time.
You hear me?
Okay, then let's split up and start investigating. When you're done, everyone meet up back at the dining hall and we'll share what we found. You're basically a one-trick pony, you know that.
Got it!
More like a staple food source. Now let's get going. Seeing his words as their signal, everyone scattered and left the gym.
What the heck?
Hey Makoto, did you see what's inside of the display case? Bad. It's a super bad, man. What are you talking about? I didn't notice anything all that weird in there. Sure, to the untrained eye, it's nothing. But this is awful. A bad, awful, terrible trap.
We're serious.
The stuff you see lined up there, any god could come by and use it to send us a message. Huh? I've been struck with knowledge. It's an ill omen of total devastation and ruin.
Let me out of here!
Let me out, let me out. I have no idea what he's talking about, so maybe I'll just leave him alone. I hate him so much. Hate him more than Hifumi.
Got it!
Makoto, look! The gate blocking the stairs is gone. It would seem a path to the second floor has opened up.
You hear me?
But it's also an utmost importance to double check the areas we already know about, just in case.
Without a doubt.
Aren't I so clever to think of that? I really impress myself sometimes.
You understand?
Well, I'll leave the school to you. Thanks. The gate that was blocking the stairs has been opened. Yeah, a lot of hate. Can't stand him. Is that what Monokuma meant by a new world? If so, what's up there? This is the second floor of the school. Maybe there's some kind of clue here. Yeah, I'm sure there's gotta be something here. You must be pretty happy to have all these books around, huh, Toko? Not particularly. Nothing's really caught my attention so far. Indeed, there's a plethora of books. It's true, but the content seems lacking.
You know nothing!
Where's the comic books? Where's the young adult section? Comic book books? Young adult? That stuff's a waste of time. I've seen what you write, right, Miss Fukawa? Talented as you are, your stuff isn't any more worthwhile.
What the heck?
My stories are filled with true love and pure feelings. Don't compare them to that garbage of yours. Your writing doesn't even mean anything. It's just a bunch of jumbled up letters. Someone should just burn it all. Oh, the lady, doth I protest too much? Methinks I bet you're secretly into boy-on-boy action. Boy-on-boy? I don't care if it's an anime or comics or fanfic or whatever.
I'm telling you!
It's all filth. Throwaway culture that'll be thrashed and forgotten in half a decade. Ugh, just talking about it makes me sick to my stomach. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. You've insulted me, and you've insulted my honor. These two are really starting to freak me out. I've never seen anything like it. I'm absolutely shocked. How come?
Damnation!
They have all these books here, and not one copy of any of my works? Well, yeah. Why would they have comics in the library? Plus, most fanfic is just porn drawn by a bunch of amateurs. Or is it on your side, Naegi? You just don't get it. Not at all. I do get it. And with a face like yours, anyone can tell nothing you do is worthwhile. Say whatever you want about me, but never judge a book by its author.
You know nothing!
Now hear this. Appearances mean nothing at all. What you see before you is nothing more than the rind that contains the meaty pulp of my genius.
Here we go!
My creations are what determine my meaning and value. You're so full of it. I'm used to being misunderstood. You think weak attacks like yours would drop my HP? Those two really worry me.
Whew.
It's remarkably dusty in here, and the lighting is less than ideal. For a library, it's not the kind of place I'd want to do much reading in. But still, this library is most interesting. Huh? What's interesting about it?
Stop talking.
Stop talking. Oh, nothing. I was just thinking out loud. There's a thick layer of dust on top of the desk. Looks like this library has been neglected for a pretty long time. As nice as the school itself is, whoever's in charge of upkeep has been pretty lazy. Strange. Give me that coin. The shelf is packed tight with books, but looking at it, the whole thing is incredibly dusty. Looks like this library has been neglected for a pretty long time. Even though it's a prejudiced high school, they've been pretty careless about keeping it nice. Give me that coin. The shelf is covered in dust, but on the shelf is a letter. What's this? Hope's Peak Academy?
Indeed.
It was buried under a thick layer of dust. It must have been sitting there for quite a while. Well, shall we see what's inside? But we shouldn't read other people's mail without their permission. Boy, if you don't...
Is that right?
What we shouldn't do is leave this here without finding out what's inside. Okay. Lost child in the woods. I broke the seal on the dusty envelope and pulled out a single sheet of paper I found inside. I unfolded the paper and read what was written there. From the Hope's Peak Academy Executive Office. Throughout the years, we have been committed to shaping the youth who will one day shape the world. We have a long, proud history as an institution of higher learning with full governmental support. Our graduates enter society ready to take on active leadership roles in every major job field. However, Hope's Peak Academy must now lower the curtain on this glorious history for the time being. Kyoko needs to tell him how to be a main character. Listen, Urza, I'm gonna tell you right now. Kyoko makes this game. Like, people say Kyoko is the... Like, you saw the first trial. Kyoko on top of this. She on top of everything. She should have been the main character. I love you, Naiki. This decision was not an easy one to make, but serious issues beyond our control have made it necessary. But make no mistake, this is not the end for Host Peak Academy. We intend to reopen our doors as soon as the issues forcing our closure have been resolved. That being said, this is the end for now. And I would personally like to sincerely thank everyone for your help and support over the years. For now, we are awaiting official governmental authorization to formally cease operations. What does this mean? The contents of this letter are quite interesting indeed.
It would seem
Hope's Peak had stopped functioning as a school. And judging by the amount of dust the letter had collected, it doesn't seem to have happened recently. If I had to guess, I'd say this letter could be at least a year old. So you're saying Hope's Peak closed down at least a year ago? Most likely the mastermind took over the abandoned school in order to put on this little performance. But that would mean it was closed when I got here just a few days ago. But I didn't get that sense at all. Plus, if the school had shut down, don't you think it would have been in all the newspapers and stuff? I mean, you're saying it could have happened over a year ago, right? But before I got here, I looked up stuff online about the school and never saw anything about this.
So in other words,
that must have all been a part of the mastermind's plan. They lured us all in here. Someone who could create a place to judge and execute people could potentially be capable of anything. Of course, that's all assuming that this letter is real.
However,
if it is real, though, that does solve one mystery surrounding the school. The reason there are no other students here could be because the school had already closed down. That would be a nice, simple solution, it's true. But then, what about this other part? This decision was not an easy one to make, but serious issues beyond our control have made it unnecessary. But make no mistake, this is not the end for Host Peak Academy. We intend to reopen our doors as soon as the issues forcing our closure have been resolved. What do they mean by serious issues? That's apparently why the school had to close. Is there any connection between that and what's happening to us now?
Now, if...
The two events are in fact connected. Uncovering that connection would be a useful clue, on top of figuring out the mastermind's motive. Although I can't really say any more until we find more details. So in other words, only the mastermind knows the truth right now. The mastermind's motive. If we can figure out why they would want to imprison us all here, will that be enough to get us out of here? Or... It looks like a laptop. The laptop looks pretty old, and it's all covered in dust.
So...
It's broken. I tried pressing the power button earlier, but nothing happened. It's broken, huh? Too bad. I was hoping I could use it to go online and see what's going on in the outside world. If it's broken, there's nothing I can really do about it. Is there more stuff in here? Wait. Can I go in this door? What's this? What's behind this door? It's some kind of archive. All I saw in there was stacks of old books and files. I can't imagine what business you would have in there. That's true, I don't really have any reason to check it out. Let's leave. Next. Oh wait. This way. The pool! Ugh, bad memories.
Just a second!
Oh, Makoto, hey, guess what? Guess what I found? A pool. There's a pool here. A pool. Pool. You don't have to keep repeating it, I got it.
Okay.
And there's a ton of exercise equipment in the locker room. Sakura's gonna go nuts when she finds out. Yeah, you're right about that. Hina seems way more excited than usual. Is that a real gun? It's not like we're at war here. Why would we need something like that? Hey Chihiro, have you checked out the pool yet? No. I don't like wearing swimsuits. Yeah, you do seem like the type who might not be into that kind of thing. But still, it sounds like the locker rooms here have all the exercise equipment you could ask for. Maybe I'll give it a try. I'd like to get a little stronger. You want to get stronger? I have to say that's kind of unexpected.
Yeah.
But I'm not even brave enough to step foot into the locker room. Huh? You don't even want to go in the locker room? It's not that I don't want to, it's just... I don't get it. She's afraid of locker rooms or something? That's a pretty weird phobia, though. The second floor has opened up, the living area has grown, and a number of facilities are now available. Whatever else is going on, I must admit, things have been made much more comfortable for us.
Do you understand?
If things continue like this, the occasional class trial may not be so bad. Damn.
Okay.
She said, bring on the next death. The locker rooms connect to a pool. It looks super nice and big, and fantastic to swim in. I'm beyond excited right now. I can't wait to dive in. In fact, I'm kind of getting mad thinking about it. Why are you getting mad? Beyond this door is the locker room. This is the girls' locker room.
This is fine.
A true gentleman will respect our space, yes? Yeah. Behind this door is the locker room.
Yeah.
Oh, and I guess you need your handbook to get into the locker rooms. Really?
Of course.
Really?
Oh.
If you wanna unlocker the locker room, you'll have to swipe your personal e-handbook across the card reader next to the door. However, to ensure maximum security within each locker room, only a boy's handbook can open the boys' locker room, and the same goes for the girls. And that's the bottom line. But what if someone opens the door and then someone else sneaks in? Anyone who commits such indecency will be punished without mercy for their scandalous sexual depravity. See, there's a Gatling gun mounting on the ceiling, right?
Yahoo!
And it'll be
Just a second.
I bet it really hurt to get shot by that thing. No. I think it'd be a little worse than that. But what happens if someone loans their handbook to someone else? A boy could borrow a girl's handbook, and that would get them into the girl's locker room, would it not? What? That never even occurred to me, to think someone could be so low, so cowardly, so devilish, said the one trying to make us kill each other. Okay, then, how's this sound?
I got it!
Time for a new rule. As of this moment, loaning your e-handbook to the student is strictly prohibited. There. So now nobody can give their handbook to anyone else, right? You like that, right? I'm kind of a genius, right? It's because my brain is 100% cotton.
Honestly.
I do not imagine anyone would have lent their handbook out in the first place.
Is that okay?
After all, why would they likely be held responsible for anything that person might do using the handbook?
So,
But you seem awfully concerned with all this locker room security stuff.
Of course!
It's because all you teenagers are sex-crazed maniacs. You're at that age where you try humping a plastic bottle. So to keep anything unseemly from happening, I had to maintain a rigorous watch. Then in that case, I would ask that you keep the same close eye on our dorms. If some man and some woman decide to share a room, there'll be nothing to stop them. All I care about is protecting the holy image of the school itself.
Disgusting.
He said disgusting. I don't care about what happens in your private dorms, by force or by cunning. Do whatever you want. So he's saying, don't have sex outside your rooms, okay?
Just the worst.
I hate you so much.
See ya later!
You heard him, Makoto. Drop your pants. Man, that stupid bear totally ruined my mood. Maybe I'll go take a dip to cheer myself up.
You got it!
Celeste, Chihiro, wanna come with me?
As for me...
There's something I hate more than getting water on my face.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I'll pass this time.
Huh?
How come? When you're in a funk, there's nothing better than a good swim to pull you out of it. I'm pretty sure that only applies to you. Anyway, now I have a pretty good idea what's on the second floor. But I didn't see anything that might lead to any kind of exit or anything. All I can do now is hope anyone else found something worthwhile. Okay, I better get back to the dining hall as soon as possible.
Listen to me!
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, how'd it go? Did anyone discover any interesting new anything?
Yes, indeed.
There's a library.
Okay.
And a pool, a freaking pool, and locker rooms filled with exercise equipment.
Well.
There was not, however, anything resembling an escape route. Yeah, she's right.
I see!
Well, hey, there's no reason to get all sulky. Wait till you hear about my amazing discovery.
Quiet down and listen!
The warehouse and bathhouse on the first floor of the dorms are now open.
You hear me?
And the warehouse is chock full of food, clothes, whatever you want. There's so much in it, it's insane. So go ahead and stuff yourself to the gills, whenever you feel like.
Are you okay with this?
Keep in mind, of course, that going out at nighttime is still prohibited. Please do not forget.
Yo.
Okay, what about a fucking way out of here? You find anything like that? Oh, well,
What?
There wasn't anything in the warehouse we could use to get our asses out of here? Nothing? Unfortunately, no. Not that I saw.
Hey, come on.
You fucking people.
What?
Who gives a shit if we have a goddamn pool now, or a warehouse, or whatever the fuck?
Stop fucking around.
We're still trapped in this piece of shit school. We need to find a goddamn way out. Now, there's no point in taking your anger out on us. Adaptation is the key, yes. For us, for now, we must each find a way to enjoy our current situation.
You piece of...
Whatever you say, you fucking loon. For now, let's just continue our investigation and let everyone know if you should discover anything.
So then...
So, are we done for today?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess so. The air seemed to suddenly grow heavy again. Was this the mastermind's plan to give us hope? Does it turn around and betray that hope?
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Okay then, sweet dreams, everyone. Good night, sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
We all promised not to leave our rooms during nighttime. There's not much else to do. I guess I'll just go to bed. Mr. Monokuma, do you have a second? I don't really like myself. I don't have any kind of skill or hobby I can say I'm super good at. And my grades are totally average too. My reflexes are okay. Not great, not awful. I could get into a decent college where I'd make a few friends, maybe even find a normal girlfriend. Which is exactly why I don't like who I am. I understand that now. My life is just one giant copy-paste. I don't have any imagination. I'm a perfectly average cardboard cutout.
You see what I mean, right, Mr. Monokuma?
Right, Mr. Monokuma?
Good morning, everyone! It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine! Get ready to greet another beautiful day! Oh, that's right. I wanted to let you know that your e-handbooks have been updated. New regulations have been added, so please take a look and enjoy your school life more than ever before.
The new rule has been added to the regulations menu. He must be referring to yesterday. Loaning your e-handbook to the student is strictly prohibited. But right now, I need to hurry up and head to breakfast. I'm hungry! Anybody around? No.
Hey, Makoto.
Morning, Makoto. Good morning. Is everyone here already?
Yo, yo, yo!
Nope, still waiting on Byakuya and Taka. Byakuya's a surprise, but it's strange Taka's not here yet. Knowing Taka, I imagine he's trying to get the king of tardiness up and out of bed. I'm sure they'll be here soon enough. Just be patient.
Let's see.
I don't mind waiting for them, but there is one problem. Which is... I am thirsty.
Hey, come on!
How the hell is that a problem? Hifumi, would you make me some tea? Huh? Milk tea, if you please.
Well...
Why me?
Let's see.
Your roundish figure reminds me of the owner of a coffee shop I used to frequent. That's your reason?
This is fine.
I can feel my throat drying out. Quickly, please. Okay. Apparently, unable to refuse Celeste's offer, Hifumi sulked his way into the kitchen. And a few moments later... Thank you for waiting. Hifumi reappeared with a tray in hand, the gentle aroma growing stronger as he approached. Finally. You could have made some for the rest of us, you know.
There's no way to think about this in a common sense kind of way.
I empathetically decline. You're not my type at all. It's all about the law of causality, basic instinct, and act and react. Well then, if you don't mind. A small smile placed across her lips as she held the teacup delicately in her hand.
Oh!
Wait. She cocked her head to the side and threw the cup as hard as she could at the wall.
What?
What the? Hey, what are you doing, my little white rabbit? I hate this kind of tea. I don't understand.
Yes, indeed.
Imagine we are at a coffee shop, just any normal, everyday cafe. I sit down and I order some tea. They then ask me, would you like lemon or milk? Now further imagine that I replied, yes, I would like milk tea, please. In this case, along with my tea, they may bring me a small container of milk. Yes. But this is not for me. I am among those who prefer the milk to be a part of the process from the outset. The fragrance is just so overwhelmingly sweet that way. Adding milk or lemon right before you drink is like dousing your fries in ketchup. Mere condiments. Whenever looking for a cafe, I first review their menu to see if it offers the proper style of milk tea. I cannot acknowledge any milk tea that does not add the milk during the brewing process. If I had to describe our shared reaction to what we just heard, I'd have to go with wide-eyed bewilderment. I went to all the trouble to make you that tea, and you wanted me to go even farther? Yes, I realize it can be a bit of a hassle. Even in cafes that offer milk tea, it is always more expensive than simple tea with milk. It takes more time to prepare, surely, but why even bother creating a menu if you are not going to offer the highest level of quality? Well, we don't actually have a menu.
You little bitch!
That doesn't matter. Hurry up and bring me what I asked for, swine.
Say what?
Me and Tyler in a nutshell. Okay, your little piggy will bring it right out. I do so love Korishin.
Huh?
You were like a totally different person just now.
Shit.
Yeah, shit. You went really psycho there. I knew there was more to her when I first met her. I'd hate to have her as an enemy. Seriously, man, she's one scary chick. Her reaction was to throw it. Urza, you know that's me and Tyler. I'd be like, oh, give me my drink. Oh, man, that's great. She said, you little bitch. I love Celeste. The dining hall doors flew open, and one of the late arrivals came storming in. But, bad news, everyone. There's a mystery afoot.
Huh?
Huh? What happened? It would seem Byakuya refuses to leave his room. I stood there pressing his doorbell over and over, but he never showed himself. Maybe he just wasn't there.
I think maybe...
I'd like to think so, but I'm worried something might have happened to him. What he meant by that... He didn't really have to say anything else. Everyone understood exactly what that might mean. It might be a good idea if we all split up and go look for him.
Listen to me!
I was just about to suggest the same thing.
What's your problem?
Stop trying to one-up everyone. Okay then, I'll go check his room one more time. I'm gonna keep on hammering that button till I get a response.
Well then.
Very well. Then the rest of us can just go check the rest of the building. Yeah, before it's, you know, too late. Anyway, we just have to do our best to find Byakuya. So where might Byakuya have gone? Maybe he went to check out the second floor of the school again. Celeste, aren't you gonna help look for Byakuya? I have not had my tea yet. Huh?
As for me...
Until my thirst is satisfied, I have no urge to do anything. If you're in a hurry, feel free to motivate Hifumi to move faster. Okay. But aren't you being kind of selfish? You're being a Davion right now. Your Davion is showing. Ah, Mr. Naegi, what's going on? Well, nobody's seen Byakuya this morning, so we've all decided to go look for him.
What?
What? That's not good at all. Me and apple juice, yep. It's like, why are you so mad? I didn't get my juice yet. What? That's not good at all.
However,
this little piggy needs to. I have a holy edict to deliver a proper milk tea to my master. To bless this undeserving swine with such an honor. I will serve you with all my heart and soul. Okay, good luck with that. Hifumi's created some creepy alternate reality for himself. The poor bastard. Bye Celeste. Make sure that tea is good. Tea can't be apple juice. Ha! Thought. Wait, is this the wrong way? I'm going the right way. Legs! And them boots. And that skirt. And that hair. Them eyes. Them stone cold eyes. Look at me and call me trash. Alright. So you thought to come here too? Huh?
So...
If you think about what Byakuya was so interested in yesterday, you can probably guess where he is right now, right? Huh? What was it Byakuya was interested in again? Urza, come on now. Look at them stone cold eyes. Like, I want those eyes to call me nothing. Call me trash. Just speak down to me. I know too much. When I opened the door to the library and looked inside, I cried out in sudden surprise. Byakuya! Of all the things I'd imagined, this most definitely wasn't one of them.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm fishing. What does it look like I'm doing? I'm trying to read, so if you could be quiet.
Oh, sorry. Wait, no! What are you doing here? Everyone's super worried. We've all been looking for you.
Who asked you to do that?
Because we're all supposed to meet up in the morning and eat together. We made a promise.
A promise? Can't I get a second's peace and quiet around here?
Byakuya snapped his book shut and slowly stood up, smooth and silent as a shadow. Meanwhile, the others must have heard me yell and started showing up one after another.
You!
Byakuya, so this is where you've been hiding. The heck you doing here, man? We were very concerned. Well, you had no reason to be. I was just reading. I never read such a coarse novel before, but it might just prove useful at some point.
Well...
What were you reading? A mystery novel.
Well...
Wait, so you're gonna use what you're learning in there to betray us? Don't be stupid. Yeah. It's just something to keep in mind. Yeah, what?
Naturally.
If I decide to fight, of course I'll come up with something original. Otherwise, this game of ours will be totally boring, right? It's not often you get to take part in such a high-stakes, high-tension activity. So if you're gonna do it, you have to make sure it's interesting. His words sent a chill down my spine. There was an undeniable smile on his face as he spoke. He looked like he was actually enjoying himself. Enjoying this deranged killing game.
Damn you!
What the fuck do you mean game? That's fucked up. But it is a game. It's a game of life or death, which can only have one winner. That's all there is to it. He is right. It's a zero-sum game. Huh?
Are you okay with this?
It's a part of game theory, a mathematical model. In game theory, what we are going through is now called a zero-sum game. In this type of game, in order for one person to gain something, another must necessarily lose something. In other words, it is a situation in which participants must compete for positions or resources. Position or resources.
I see.
You mean like it's a kind of elimination match?
Actually...
Entrance exams, sport tournaments, job openings, most social interactions fall into this category. Everyone must scramble to attain something which is limited. For you to succeed, someone else must fail. This also applies to the school life we have been subjected to here. In this case...
Is that okay?
Our limited resource is that only one of us can successfully become the Blackened.
So in other words...
So this game was designed from the beginning to force one of us to try and defeat all the others. That can't be what they had in mind. This is why adaptation is so crucial. If those who want to escape were to disappear, there would be no reason to continue playing the game.
What?
But why would I want to stop playing? It's so much fun. He smiled again as he spoke. The smile was filled with evil intent. It twisted his face into something not human. It sounds as if you do not acknowledge even the possibility that you may lose, am I right?
Naturally.
Of course. You do not speak like the others, exactly what I would expect of the Togami heir apparent. It's just normal arrogance, isn't it?
Just a second!
You talk like that, what if you end up dead?
Not possible.
I won't. It simply isn't possible.
You son of a bitch!
Who the fuck do you think you are? You know, I still just can't believe it.
What?
Believe what? That an uneducated, brain-dead, useless piece of garbage like you has survived this long.
Piece of shit!
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Don't make me repeat myself.
Like I said, I won't die. You keep saying that, but... do not bother arguing with him. For him, the concept of losing simply does not exist. He is the ultimate affluent prodigy. After all, a boy raised to succeed from the day he was born. He considers victory his destiny, and has lived his life accordingly. Tests and challenges are merely ways for him to stand victorious, even if it is a life-and-death situation. Is that not so, Byakuya? At least one of you seems to understand.
Isn't it wonderful?
It's because I'm the same as you. Games are meant to be won.
That's enough.
Are you trying to suggest we're on the same level? Close that vulgar mouth of yours.
Oh!
Well, I do apologize. Anyway, let me say this to all of you. You all need to try harder. If an opponent isn't going to give it their best, where's the fun for me?
No.
That's a terrible way to look at it.
What?
It's because...
This isn't a game. Our lives are on the line, you know? To kill your own friends is...
That's horrific!
It's horrific. Friends? Who decided that? Huh? We're not friends. No, quite the opposite. We're in competition. We're enemies. But, you know...
What?
But what? Stop trying to force your contradictions on me and just accept what I'm telling you.
Come on.
Yes, if you have something to say, say it. Otherwise, keep your mouth closed.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, Chihiro. I'm here.
Stop fucking around.
Hey, shithead, you get off bullying people that can't fight back? Wanna try that on me? So, you're about to pretend to be friends, huh? And how long do you think that's going to last?
Piece of shit!
Fuck you.
What?
Is that all you can say? It's unfortunate you would waste your breath on such empty gibberish.
You son of a bitch!
That's it. You're fucking dead.
Just a second.
Hold on, just calm down. Yes, Byakuya does have a good point. Like you said earlier today, Byakuya is like the only... Yeah, he's a douchebag, but he's the only one with a level head. I mean, Celeste kind of has a level head too. She's just like, let's just live here. We literally have everything. But at the same time, it's like, no, we want to get out. But Byakuya is like, peasant.
Piece of shit!
I am calm. How is this calm? Anyway, I don't have any intention of working with the rest of you any longer. To cooperate during an elimination game is, well, frankly, it's a waste of time. And I hate wasting my time. Waste of time?
Not possible.
Engaging in friendly group meals is out of the question. Someone could easily poison our food. And I'd rather not become part of the Last Supper just yet.
Shit.
Quit talking like you're in a fucking movie or something. Goodbye. All I'm saying is that, ultimately, you are all free to do whatever you want on your own. Goodbye. Without a second glance back, Byakuya left. There wasn't anything we could do to keep him from going. His way of thinking was just beyond anything the rest of us could even comprehend.
But...
Was he serious about all that? Hell yeah. He was, without a doubt.
Don't fuck with me.
Well, fuck him then.
Maybe.
But what he said, he might not necessarily be wrong. I mean, can you say for sure someone won't poison our food? Hey, come on, you too, Toko?
Anyway.
Well, it's not like anyone would even care if I was gone, right? Actually, I bet you all want me gone. You all think I'm disgusting. None of us think that.
I'm telling you!
You just think you don't think that. I know some people like to play the victim, but this is just totally out there. You think I don't know, but I do. You want me gone.
What the heck?
And I'm sure the rest of you want the same thing, don't you? Hey, Toko, wait! Just let her go. Once she gets going like that, there is nothing you can say to bring her back. Ultimately, our breakfast meeting came to an end without answering any questions. Everyone headed back to their rooms. Jeez, I'm tired already. But I don't have time to take even one day off. I need to get myself going. Free time! Alright! We did our first trial. We played some of Chapter 2. Free time. And now it's like we're getting close. That was a very intense thing. Byakuya is slick. Byakuya got a smart mouth. He got a good point, like Ursa said. He got a good point, but like he is a jerk. He going out the wrong way. He ain't gotta be attacking my Chihiro like that. I don't play that shit. Don't make me jump in this room, this TV, and beat your ass. I'll knock them glasses off. And, ooh boy, quit being Seto Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh! Challenge you to a duel. But Anyway, dudes, thanks for watching. I'll probably stream tomorrow. I'll probably just stream every day of the week. And then when I can't, whatever the fuck. But anyway, see you later. Thanks for sticking around.